To prove that a yandere isn't scary, the first thing I did after returning to high school was cornering the yandere heiress at the school gate. "If you're willing, I'll go with you today." Seeing this, everyone in school said I was crazy. As the school hunk, instead of choosing the stunning school belle, Lu Ruyan, I actually chose the crazy yandere heiress, Lin Yueshi. Feeling the warmth from Lin Yueshi's face, I smiled. Lin Yueshi wasn't some lunatic. She was the best person in the world. On my wedding day, Lin Yueshi was particularly eye-catching in a white wedding dress, but the bride today wasn't her. She walked toward me, her eyes were red, but as soon as she spoke, she had that same old poisonous tongue that could kill. "To be honest, the bride looks quite average. Why don't you consider me instead?" "Forget it, you have a heart condition. Wait until you're married and then marry again. Too much trouble." I rolled my eyes at her. "My heart just has a small problem. I won't die." Everyone says Lin Yueshi grew up to be a beautiful CEO, cold, noble, and unattainable. Yet, only with me did she keep her old yandere and sharp-tongued temper. Those who didn't know would think we were exes who became enemies after a breakup. In truth, I had stumbled upon her hidden secret during our student days. That's why, as a wealthy heiress, she had always bullied me, even at my wedding. She had to come and hurt me with a few words. As she spoke, she suddenly leaned in close to me. Her slender fingertips lightly brushed across my face. I was startled and instinctively stepped back. She lowered her eyelids and gazed at me. A flicker of imperceptible disappointment flashed in her eyes. Soon, she straightened up, and smiled indifferently. "There was confetti on your head." Before I could respond, she mocked me disdainfully. "Look at you. Did you think I was going to kiss you? I wouldn't even look at you." And I thought to myself, indeed, she is a wealthy heiress. And now a beautiful CEO. How could she possibly like me? After saying that, she turned and left. For the rest of the wedding banquet, I didn't see her again. I never expected that the sight of her back as she turned away would be the last time I saw her. Until 3 years later, I had a sudden heart attack. I was rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment overnight. The doctor said it was a minor surgery. No need to worry. Unexpectedly, there were complications during the surgery, resulting in the need for a heart transplant. But my condition was critical. There was simply no time to find a matching heart. I lay in the ICU. Although unconscious, I could still hear sounds. I heard my mother weeping softly, saying my wife, Lu Ruyan, had run away. She left a letter. The letter said I was a good person, but before leaving, she took the card containing my life savings. I was stunned for a moment. I only gave her that card to pay the hospital bills. It was clear that Lu Ruyan had chosen to abandon me. She took the card and ran. Perhaps she knew I was about to die. Her departure didn't make me sad. I don't know how many days I lay in the ICU. I was mostly in a coma. In a daze. I was already lying on the operating table. When I woke up, the doctor said the surgery was successful. I asked my mother, "Whose heart is it? I want to pay my respects, to thank that person." My mother, however, remained secretive about it. She just handed me a bank card. "There's 5 million here. Live well from now on." I was very confused. "How could you have so much money?" My mom explained. It was the retirement savings she and my dad had kept. I didn't believe it at all. Both she and my dad were teachers. How could they have saved so much? However, I didn't press further. They were both intellectuals. They wouldn't do anything illegal. After I was discharged, my best friend came to see me. He said Lin Yueshi was dead. For some reason, my heart ached intensely. The pain almost overflowed from the depths of my throat. How could she die? He shook his head and said he didn't know. He only told me the location of Lin Yueshi's grave. Lin Yueshi's passing was too sudden for me. I thought a selfish, crazy yandere heiress like her would live a long life. I knew Lin Yueshi's residence. As if possessed, I went to her apartment. The door had a code lock. It would automatically lock after 3 wrong attempts. I entered her birthday. I entered her lucky number. None were correct. For the last try, I entered the PIN for the bank card my mom gave me, 5025. Read backwards and translate it. It meant, "I love you, Goo." As the door opened, my heart trembled violently. That heart seemed to be telling me to leave quickly, not to go in. But my legs wouldn't obey. I opened the dusty bedroom door. On the wall at the head of Lin Yueshi's bed was a large photo frame. It was full of photos of me. Some photos were already modeled and stained, taken during our student days. Some were taken during the years we hadn't seen each other. There was even a photo of me wearing a suit on my wedding day. I picked up a photo, and found writing on the back. I flipped through them all, and found that every photo had writing on the back. Gu Chen, besides being good at studying, you're terrible at everything else, especially your judgment of people. It's beyond awful. How could you like that, green tea, Lu Ruyan? Gu Chen, how dare you call me a lunatic? Just wait, tomorrow I won't like you anymore. It's been a year, Gu Chen. I still like you. I am Gu Chen. How could you stumble upon the secret I didn't want anyone to know? It made me too afraid to speak. I've liked you for another 3 years. Every year when it snows, I'm downstairs at your place. When it snows, seeing you together with him, my heart finally stops feeling cold. Gu Chen, I've left all my savings to you. From now on, you can only smile, not cry. If you dare to cry, I won't let you off even as a ghost. To be honest, I'm actually quite happy. I can finally be with you. From now on, our hearts will beat as one. Until death do us part. I was afraid my falling tears would soak the photo. I sniffled and desperately wiped my tears. Her writing was like a knife, stabbing my heart until it was a bloody mess. I collapsed to my knees, clutching my heart in agonizing pain. Lin Yueshi, you're taking revenge on me, right? You blame me for knowing your secret, so you're punishing me, right? You're truly too cruel. Now that your heart is inside me, I don't even dare to die anymore. I have never felt as desperate as I do at this moment. Immense regret and grief. The pain is so heavy I can't breathe. Tears instantly blurred my vision. When I opened my eyes again, I had actually returned to my high school days. The sunlight shone at an angle. Lin Yueshi was leaning against the school gate, biting a lollipop. I glanced at the date. Today was the exact day I stumbled upon her secret. Lin Yueshi. I ran toward her quickly, and pulled her into my arms. Lin Yueshi's body stiffened. Not knowing how to react, she nervously clenched her hands, not daring to move at all. After a long while, Lin Yueshi looked up and asked if I had hugged the wrong person. I sniffled my reddened nose, looking at her in my arms. I raised my hand, carefully placing it over her heart. Lin Yueshi, I missed you. From my palm, I felt Lin Yueshi's heart skip a beat. Then it started beating faster and faster. I looked down at her. Unknowingly, my eyes had filled with tears. Meanwhile, Lin Yueshi's cheeks were flushed, the blush quickly spreading to her ears. Gu Chen, do you know what you're saying? I do, I repeated seriously. I missed you. Lin Yueshi stood dazed. She reached out to wipe the tears from the corner of my eyes. Then she stared straight at me. Why are you saying this? Don't you hate me? Hate how I'm like a lunatic, always picking fights. Her voice choked up. She lowered her head dejectedly. In our student days, Lin Yueshi and I were from 2 different worlds. She was a wealthy young lady, and also a school bully with a Yandere personality, while I was the cold top student who only cared about studying. I didn't hate her. It's just that birds and fish don't share the same path. Faced with her provocations, I didn't know how to handle them, so I instinctively avoided her. Just as I was about to explain, I saw someone push her hard from behind, and they started cursing at her. Lin Yueshi, have you no shame? You even want to steal the person I like. Passing students stopped in their tracks, one after another casting sympathetic glances toward us. The newcomer was Lu Ruyan. While others might be afraid of Lin Yueshi, Lu Ruyan was not. She took advantage of the fact that I liked her. Knowing Lin Yueshi wouldn't dare touch her, Lu Ruyan took my hand. Gu Chen, shall we go eat later? I shook off Lu Ruyan's hand. I nervously caught Lin Yueshi, who almost fell. I looked at Lu Ruyan with disgust. Are you out of your mind? Lu Ruyan opened her mouth, looking at me in disbelief. I held Lin Yueshi's hand. Gu Chen, is this psycho threatening you? Don't be afraid. Does she think she can do whatever she wants as a bully with that haircut? Wait until I tell the teacher. She'll get what's coming to her. My heart flared with immense rage. A person who threatens me. Would they silently stay in the shadows to protect me? A person who threatens me. Would they give me their heart when I was dying? On the other hand, Lu Ruyan took my medical money, and abandoned me to run away. Thinking of this, I pointed at Lu Ruyan in anger, my fingers trembling with rage. If you're blind, go see a doctor. Stop lingering in front of us. Who said Lin Yueshi was threatening me? Lu Ruyan froze for a moment. Her face turned livid as she looked at Lin Yueshi. Gu Chen, are you sure? you're going to defend this lunatic today? I snapped back. Did you not brush your teeth today? Your breath is so foul, calling people a lunatic every second. Where are your manners? Lu Ruyan was exasperated. What kind of spell did she cast on you? Don't tell me you like her. I do like her. I took Lin Yueshi's hand, but she didn't cast any spell on me. I like her of my own free will. As soon as I spoke, the watching students began to gossip in surprise. Is Gu Chen crazy, giving up the top student and school beauty, Lu Ruyan, to like a psycho Yandere instead? But a student interrupted, grades aren't the only way to judge a person. Although Lin Yueshi is a bit psycho sometimes, her looks are certainly not inferior to Lu Ruyan's. During PE class, a student kicked a ball, and almost hit Zhang Yuan's head. Lu Ruyan was standing right there. She didn't help. She just took one look and walked away. Lin Yueshi rushed over and blocked the ball. That's why Zhang Yuan was okay. I think Gu Chen and Lin Yueshi are a better match. Lu Ruyan heard the students' discussion, fuming with rage. Gu Chen, we are the couple. What is wrong with you? I interrupted her. Who's a couple with you? In your dreams? During our student days, I never dated Lu Ruyan. Our classmates paired us as a top student couple. Over time, everyone rumored we were dating, even until marriage. Everyone said we were the perfect example of school sweethearts getting married. Thinking back now, it's quite disgusting. Lu Ruyan gritted her teeth in anger. Being with a lunatic like him, don't regret it later. I smiled, don't worry, I definitely won't regret it. Besides, you're the real lunatic. A lunatic with no morals or character. I hit Lu Ruyan's sore spot. She flew into a rage out of shame. She rushed over and grabbed my arm. Seeing Lu Ruyan grab me, Lin Yueshi's expression suddenly turned grim. He stepped forward quickly, grabbed Lu Ruyan's wrist, and twisted it back forcefully. There was a crack of a bone dislocating. Lu Ruyan let go of my hand, screaming in pain. It hurts. Let go. Lin Yueshi had a gloomy face. His gaze was morbid. He forced her wrist back even further. If you dare to grab him again, believe it or not, I'll cripple your hand. You know, I'm a lunatic. I'm capable of anything. Lu Ruyan was sweating from fear. She nodded frantically. I won't. Lin Yueshi just let go. With tears in Lu Ruyan's eyes, she scrambled away in a panic. Lin Yueshi turned around. The way he looked at me was strange, hiding a subtlety I couldn't understand. Then, without a word, he walked away with long strides. I raised my hand to check the time. 3 hours until I discover Lin Yueshi's secret. I must stop this from happening, so I followed closely behind him. Lin Yueshi, I have something to tell you. Lin Yueshi ignored me. When we reached a secluded spot, he suddenly turned around. You are not Gu Chen. Who are you? I stopped in my tracks, stunned for a moment. I asked back, why do you say I'm not Gu Chen? Lin Yueshi's eyes darkened, staring at me cryptically. I know Gu Chen's personality. I remember all his habits. So I knew at a glance you weren't him. I was slightly taken aback. Lin Yueshi actually knows me this well. I am Gu Chen. I took a step closer to him. I had a dream. The god of marriage told me that you are my future wife, and told me to be more outgoing and cheerful, not to just study all day, being too rigid. Otherwise, being together would be exhausting. I think the god of marriage was absolutely right. So I started to change. Lin Yueshi's lips curled into a smile. Do I look like a fool to you? I took another step forward, instantly closing the distance between us. Where could there be such a beautiful fool? I wanted to tease her, and also wanted to know, if the student version of me asked if she liked me, would she say it directly, or choose to keep hiding it? You know me so well, could it be that you like me? Lin Yueshi gazed at me. After a few seconds of silence, she said, I do. Then she took a lollipop from her pocket and put it in her mouth, continuing to walk forward without looking back. I jogged to catch up with her. Then why didn't you confess to me? I've said it many times. I asked, when did you say it? Lin Yueshi stopped abruptly. I accidentally bumped into his back. He had his back to me. His back was trembling slightly. In every joke I used to tease you. I was afraid of being too serious and scaring you. And afraid of being too casual and you wouldn't understand. And afraid that if you did understand, you'd avoid me. I hugged him from behind. Lin Yueshi turned and pushed me away. You're not Gu Chen. Stay away from me. I said anxiously, I am Gu Chen. Is that so? Shen Yu hummed, crossing her arms. You said you had a dream. The god of marriage said, I am your future wife. I nodded firmly. Lin Yueshi gave a soft Since I'm your future wife, then come over and kiss me. If you're unwilling, it means you're lying. I walked up to her, and kissed her on the cheek while she was smiling. Lin Yueshi's eyes flickered, then her tone turned a bit darker. Just one kiss. I was stunned. He suddenly grabbed the back of my head, then a warm kiss pressed down. It started as a light graze, but deepened slowly after I closed my eyes. Nearby gardenias swayed gently in the wind. In the fragmented light and shadows, the girl tenderly held my face. Gu Chen, you're 27 years old, and yet still so naive. Gu Chen's voice was like a whisper. My head was spinning from the kiss, so I didn't hear clearly. I asked him if he believed I was Gu Chen now. He chuckled, pinched my cheek, and then left, casually tossing back a sentence. I've decided, it remains to be seen. I felt like I was being played. I glanced at the time. I hurried after her and grabbed Lin Yueshi's arm. I'll take you out to play, okay? I'll treat you to dinner. I'll take you to play video games. It's on me all night. Lin Yueshi turned her head. She looked me up and down meaningfully. You've been following me and blocking my way all day. What are you trying to do? I suddenly stuttered. I still have things to do. Stop following me. Lin Yueshi glared at me fiercely. If you keep following me, I'll kill you, believe it or not. I covered my mouth. I froze in place as she walked a few steps away. Lin Yueshi suddenly looked back. Her expression became exceptionally serious. After a moment of silence, her tone softened a bit. Gu Chen, stop following me, and don't pass by that restaurant. I smiled and agreed. She turned around, and walked toward that restaurant. I immediately turned and ran desperately toward the restaurant by another route. I wasn't afraid she'd be distant because I knew her secret. I was afraid she would get hurt, since I couldn't stop it from happening. This time, I want to be with her, to face the day I stumbled upon her secret together. I went to the bookstore to buy materials, passing by the Jingsheng Hotel. As I passed that high-end restaurant, I saw Lin Yueshi's face being slammed against the wall by her father. Blood was already oozing from the abrasions. You little bastard, you still dare to glare at me? Believe it or not, I'll kill you. I don't even know if you're my own blood. Your mother was just a cheap bitch, a KTV hostess. If the old lady hadn't insisted on keeping you, do you think you'd have ever entered the Shen family's door? The middle-aged man with a distorted face saw Lin Yueshi didn't reply. He picked up a brick from the ground and violently smashed it against her head. Blood dripped from her temple onto her blue and white school uniform. If you ever dare mention that bitch's name in front of me again, I'll kill you. The man angrily grabbed Lin Yueshi's hair. The sound of the slap echoed loudly. Lin Yueshi was beaten by the man until she was covered in injuries. Her forehead was bleeding. Her mouth was bruised and purple. She didn't make a single sound, as if she was already used to the abuse. No one dared to step forward and stop it. I only heard the nearby driver and housekeeper sighing, "This child has a hard life. Her mother was a hostess. Her father won't acknowledge her. He sees her as a disgrace, living cautiously in the Shen family, and often beaten until she's covered in blood. What a sin." I was shocked. I always thought Lin Yueshi was a carefree young lady. I didn't expect her to live in such a suffocating family, and have a mother like that. Terrified by the violence, I quickly called the police. Seeing this, the driver came over to stop me. Calling the police is useless. This is a family dispute, and the Shen family's power is not something you can afford to offend. I advise you, kid, don't meddle in other people's business. Mind your own business. You know the saying, don't worry about the frost on others' roofs. My emotions were complicated. I looked toward Lin Yueshi, but I didn't expect to lock eyes with her. The moment she saw me, her face turned as pale as paper. Shocked, panicked, and helpless. Various emotions from her eyes quickly flashed by. Her eyes trembled. She hurriedly looked away from me. Back then, I didn't know Lin Yueshi's thoughts. She didn't want the person she liked to see her in such a pathetic state. Anyone could see it, but not me. And at that time, I only wanted to help a classmate. So I gathered my courage to threaten the man. I've already called the police. If you don't let her go now, wait to go to jail. When the man heard the word police, he glared fiercely. Do you know who I am? Believe it or not, I'll have someone kill you. I sneered, even if you're the emperor himself, you'll still be locked up for 24 hours for assault. The man threw a punch at me in a rage. Then the housekeeper rushed over to stop him. "Sir, the company is about to go public. Don't cause trouble." The man resentfully lowered his fist. Before leaving, he spat on my foot in disgust. "Kid, you just wait." After the man left, I wanted to take Lin Yueshi to the hospital, but she heartlessly shook off my hand. She wiped the blood off her face in shame, slowly turning her head. Her voice was cold as ice. I wasn't angry. Her temper had always been unpredictable. As I was preparing to leave, a gaudily dressed woman was intimately leaning on a middle-aged man with a beer belly. They walked toward us. If seeing Lin Yueshi being abused was upsetting, then the next scene made her mental world completely collapse. The woman walked straight toward Lin Yueshi. "This is your stepfather. Your stepfather lost money gambling. You're the Shin family's daughter. Give me some money." Lin Yueshi's eyes were red. "I don't have any money." The woman slapped Lin Yueshi's face. "You're the Shin family's daughter. You have no money. I gave birth to you for nothing. If I hadn't desperately seduced Shinfeng back when I was a hostess, would you have been able to become a rich miss in the Shin family?" When the woman mentioned being a hostess, Lin Yueshi looked at me in panic. Seeing I was still there, she gritted her teeth and growled at the woman, "Stop talking." Lin Yueshi didn't know. In fact, when she was being beaten by her father, I already knew that her mother was a hostess. Seeing Lin Yueshi wouldn't give her money, she threatened, "If you don't give me 100,000 within a week, I'll tell Shinfeng that you're not his biological child. I'll leave you on the streets." After the woman finished, she took the man's arm and got into the car without looking back. Lin Yueshi was covered in blood from her father's beating, but she hadn't shed a single tear. But now, her eyes were turning red, eyes filled with tears, staring for a long time in the direction the woman left. "If you treat me so poorly, why did you give birth to me?" She stood there on the street at dusk. Her shoulders slumped in an instant. It grew darker and darker, until the night finally swallowed her whole. As she turned around, I left ahead of time. I knew she didn't want to see me, still standing there, spying on her pain. The next day, Lin Yueshi acted as if nothing had happened, coming to school as usual. She wasn't decadent. She wasn't depressed. Her temper was as bad and fierce as ever. The only difference was, she was even meaner to me. I knew she blamed me for witnessing her secret, a suffocating family of origin, an abusive father, a mother who worked at bars. All the unbearable parts of herself she wanted to hide, were witnessed by me. Our already distant relationship was pulled even further apart. But this time, knowing the whole truth, I won't let her face these hardships alone again. I ran to Jinshin restaurant, out of breath. Seeing the scene before me, my eyes widened in shock. Lin Yueshi was holding a wooden stick. Her father's face was covered in blood, being pinned hard against the wall by her. "You dare hit your father, you unfilial daughter." Lin Yueshi gave a cold snort, tapping the man's head with the stick. "Remember this, from now on, every time you hit me, I'll hit you back." After the man staggered away, Lin Yueshi looked over. When she saw me, her eyes were no longer filled with the previous shock and helplessness. After a while, Lin Yueshi's mother approached with a man. Lin Yueshi threw down the stick, stepped up and slapped the woman. "You want to threaten me because I have no money? Do as you please. I happen to not want to stay in the Shin family anyway." I was stunned for a moment. Why is the event unfolding differently? Could it be because I traveled back to high school, and changed the original course of events? After handling the matter, Lin Yueshi asked me, "What are you doing here?" She seemed very tired. After glancing at me, she sat directly on the stone steps at the entrance, lost for a moment. I walked to her and knelt down. I gently hugged her. "I have candy, do you want some? It's really sweet." Lin Yueshi's body stiffened for a second. After a moment of silence, she buried her head wearily in the crook of my neck. Her voice was muffled. "Life is too bitter." I took out a candy, and fed it to her. "The bitter days are over. Life will be very sweet from now on." Lin Yueshi cried out with the candy in her mouth. At an age of helplessness, truly nothing goes as planned. I didn't ask her what happened. I didn't ask anything. I just held her quietly. In this world, everyone has their own snow to deal with. Everyone has their own darkness and light. No one can truly feel exactly what another feels. Her life was too bitter. I must never open her wounds again. If one day, she wants to talk to me about the pain of her family, I will pull her into my arms, holding her gently like I am now, and feed her another candy, to tell her the bitter days are over. Not long after, the sky turned completely dark. Just as gloomy as that day, Lin Yueshi leaned silently against my neck. After a long, long time, she finally got up. Before leaving, I looked back at that oppressive and dark street. The streetlights nearby suddenly flickered on. The girl's thin figure stood by the streetlight. When she looked at me, a glimmer appeared in her dead eyes. She narrowed her eyes and smiled. "See you tomorrow, Gu Chen." I was dazed for a moment. Yueshi seemed different. She had become stronger. "Gu Chen, get up for school. You're going to be late." I rolled over, muttering, "Don't call me Gu Chen. Stop sleeping, get up now." "I don't want to, don't call me." My blanket was suddenly whipped off. "Get up now, don't call me." I opened my eyes and roared. I said I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up, don't you understand? My mom stood by my bed. She was startled. She asked in shock, "Gu Chen, did you take the wrong medicine? Why has your temper become so violent?" "I'm just waking you up for school, what's the big deal?" I froze as if I'd lost my soul. My chest felt inexplicably tight, like I couldn't breathe. Why was I so agitated? "I'm sorry, Mom, I'm getting up now." I hurriedly washed up and went to school. Going upstairs, I saw Zhang Yuan from class 5 blocking Lin Yueshi at the stairwell. Zhang Yuan said, "I'll help you with tutoring. Getting into college definitely won't be a problem." Lin Yueshi stood on the stairs. Her pretty face looked stunned for a moment. Seeing her not responding, Zhang Yuan nervously clenched his hands and said truthfully, "I like you. I want to get you on the right track." He explained flusteredly, "It's not just because you blocked that ball for me yesterday that I like you. Do you remember the first day of school? The sun was very bright that day. You were late for the flag-raising ceremony. You suddenly ran and stood in front of me. Just as I looked up, you unexpectedly turned around and smiled at me. Seeing your smile then, I didn't come to my senses for a long time. Lin Yueshi, from that moment on, I liked you. It wasn't sudden, but I've liked you for a long time." Zhang Yuan liked Lin Yueshi. The whole school knew back then. It was passionate and bold. I vaguely remember a lunch break. I went to the restroom. As I passed the corridor, Zhang Yuan and his friends happened to walk by. Zhang Yuan stared affectionately at Lin Yueshi, who was sleeping on the desk. His friend complained, "What do you even like about Lin Yueshi? Besides her being pretty, she doesn't seem to have any other merits. Her temper is awful. Why do you like her?" Zhang Yuan smiled dismissively, and looked at Lin Yueshi. He smiled even more happily. "No reason. I asked my heart, and it said it couldn't help itself." The romantic words of Mr. Lu Sun, used quite well by the kid. I pulled back my memories, and looked up at Lin Yueshi. She was standing on the stairs, her face beautiful and exquisite. A light breeze blew, moving the stray hairs on her forehead, brushing against her jade-white neck. She usually had a cold expression, but when she smiled, she was as charming as spring itself. One couldn't take their eyes off her. Yes, Lin Yueshi has always been dazzling. She deserves to be liked by someone excellent. "I have a boyfriend." Lin Yueshi pointed at me. Zhang Yuan looked back in shock. He couldn't believe Lin Yueshi had a boyfriend. He had never heard of Lin Yueshi liking anyone. "Are you really her boyfriend?" I nodded. "I'm the one who pursued her. We just made it official yesterday. She has a bad temper. Maybe you should find someone else to like. As for the tutoring, I'll do it for her." Zhang Yuan lowered his head in disappointment. He said to me, "I won't pester her anymore. I knew she would reject me. I just didn't want my youth to have any regrets." After he left, Lin Yueshi spoke to me calmly. I frowned. "What do you mean? So you're using me as a shield?" Lin Yueshi approached me. "Do you really like me?" The world went silent for a few seconds. I looked at her seriously. "That's not even a question." Her body stiffened slightly. "Aren't you afraid of my bad temper?" As she spoke, she suddenly leaned her face close to mine, smiling mischievously. "How about you give me a kiss? Then I'll listen to you from now on. If you tell me to go east, I won't go west." Before she could finish, I kissed her, stopping her words. She froze on the spot, her face instantly turning red. I shook my head, grabbed her arm, and walked toward the classroom. "Tutoring? I give up on her. She's so bad at it, yet she loves to flirt." We reached the classroom. I swapped seats with a classmate, to sit next to Lin Yueshi. I opened the textbook, wanting to tutor her, thinking about how she left her family in the past, didn't attend university, but chose to work instead. Later, she went into business. I closed the textbook again. To comfort Lin Yueshi, there are many career paths. You can succeed in any field. Just be yourself. Lin Yueshi ignored me, took out a test paper, and started practicing. I rubbed my eyes, then poked Xiao Ai in the front row. She was doing problems. Xiao Ai slapped herself. I knew I shouldn't have stayed up late. I'm having hallucinations from playing games. Xiao Ai took off her school jacket, and draped it over Lin Yueshi's head. Yueshi, go to sleep. Lin Yueshi pulled the jacket off, and threw it back at Xiao Ai. She glared at us with slight anger. Don't be mad. I stood up, and closed the curtains. There, that's better. Sleep now. Xiao Ai gave a thumbs up. Only a top student like you would be so thoughtful. Lin Yueshi tapped the table with her fingertip. Can you two be quiet? Don't disturb my studying. Xiao Ai and I said in unison, you. Studying? Stop being so sarcastic. Honestly, I wasn't being sarcastic. I was genuinely surprised. I thought Lin Yueshi was just joking around, but she was actually studying seriously, and it wasn't just a temporary whim. In the following days, she worked very hard every day. She moved out of the Shin family home, rented a small room, studied like her life depended on it, and worked part-time to save for university tuition. Lin Yueshi had strong pride. She wouldn't accept my money. I wanted to do something for her, so I secretly cleaned her room, and cooked for her, thinking she'd be tired after a long day. She could relax a bit when she returned. Just as I finished, I heard her and Xiao Ai's voices. I instinctively hid by going out the back door. Xiao Ai saw the table full of food, and called out to Lin Yueshi excitedly. Yueshi, did a snail girl visit your house? The two sat down, picked up their chopsticks. I watched through the window expectantly. I wondered if the food suited Lin Yueshi's taste. Xiao Ai and Lin Yueshi bent over and vomited. Xiao Ai wiped her face, feeling indignant. She cursed at the neighbor for drying peppercorns by the door. Who the hell made this food? It's so damn malicious. Yueshi, have you offended someone lately? Lin Yueshi thought for a moment. No. Don't waste food. It's not easy to make money these days. Lin Yueshi put a piece of meat in her mouth. She pursed her lips and said, forget it. Let's go out to eat instead. Yueshi, you should change this broken lock. It opens with just a hard pull. I don't know which malicious person came to cook for you. Change the lock and don't let them in. Don't let them block you in again. Look, they're gone. I picked up the chopsticks to taste the food. Is it really that bad? They're being too dramatic. It really is malicious. I gave up on cooking. I thought of another way. I went out with a large bag. My mom called out, where are you going? Is something up? Just as I stepped out, my dad asked my mom, honey, has our house been robbed lately? Things are mysteriously missing from home. The cooked meals are always half gone. The cold dishes and pickles I made in the fridge are gone too. None of that really matters, but I feel like the house is being emptied out. My mom rolled her eyes at him. Your son takes a big bag out every day. You only just noticed. I put the food in Lin Yueshi's fridge. She can just heat it up herself when she gets back. I also took out toilet paper, detergent, toothbrushes, shower gel, and other necessities. This way, Lin Yueshi won't have to spend money on them. Amidst our respective busy lives, time flew by. The summer cicadas buzzed incessantly. Before we knew it, we were already in our senior year. The college entrance exam was coming. I asked Lin Yueshi, what school do you want to apply to? Lin Yueshi rested her head on her hand and looked out the window. Her voice sounded lazy. Medical school. Why would you want to study medicine? I was very surprised. Lin Yueshi put her hand down. She looked at me with a smile in her eyes. She was clearly changing the subject. I'm going to get into a top law school. Lin Yueshi's pupils shook slightly. Why do you want to change your major? Since returning to high school, I had never said what major I wanted to study, so how could I change it? The current Lin Yueshi always seems to see through everything. It makes me feel as if she has been reborn. If that's the case, how wonderful that would be. If she were reborn, she could be more at peace with the hardships of her family, and suffer less pain. She could also avoid many bad things in the future. I hope she can live a bit more easily in this life. Seeing me dazed, Lin Yueshi snapped her fingers in front of me. What are you daydreaming about? Why do you want to change your major? I smiled and said nothing. Because I want to be a lawyer in the future. If any bastard bullies Lin Yueshi again, I'll show him. I think being a lawyer is cool. I took a strawberry-flavored candy out of my pocket, and held it to Lin Yueshi's lips. Open up. Lin Yueshi moved her lips. I smiled and pinched her. Soft cheek. Good girl. Let's work hard together. Sprinting toward the college entrance exam. The countdown on the blackboard decreased day by day. Soon, high school graduation arrived. Our youth was left in that scorching summer. The sweat we shed was not in vain. Lin Yueshi and I both got into our ideal universities as we wished. After entering university, Lin Yueshi and I were in different cities. We spent hours on the phone every day, navigating a long-distance relationship. Occasionally we would argue. I heard from her roommates that many handsome guys were pursuing her. In a fit of anger, I bought a ticket to Nanchur to find her. On the train, I called Lin Yueshi. Wait for me at the station later. Lin Yueshi said, don't tell me you've come to find me. I had a bad feeling. Don't tell me you've come to find me too. We both sighed helplessly over the phone. We found a midpoint. We got off the train together. It started raining after we got off. I waited under the station's eaves for a long time. Just as I was wondering why Lin Yueshi hadn't arrived, I saw a beautiful face magnified right in front of me. Lin Yueshi leaned closer to me with a sweet smile, so close that our noses touched. The next second, her expression softened. Don't be angry anymore, okay? She leaned on my shoulder and acted spoiled. I took the bus. After getting off at the bus station, I ran over immediately. I was very upset. Why didn't you take a taxi? Can you stop always trying to save money, at the expense of yourself? I touched her face with heartache. Her face was soaked with sweat. Are you tired from running? Not tired at all since I see you. We both laughed foolishly. As it grew dark, we held hands to find a place to stay. When we got to the hotel, we looked at each other. I had booked a double bed. After sitting for a while, I felt a bit awkward. I said I was going to take a shower. Fearing Lin Yueshi would misunderstand, I explained, I really just want to take a shower. My whole body feels sticky. Lin Yueshi nodded, I know. After coming out from the shower, I was wrapped up tightly. I jumped onto the bed, and burrowed under the covers. I said, don't worry, before we get married, I definitely won't touch you. I'll go to sleep first. Lin Yueshi said as she got up to take a shower. After she finished and came out, she suddenly crawled into my covers. I was like a startled little rabbit. I asked him nervously, what are you doing? He leaned close to my ear. I'm just going to kiss you. I won't do anything else. He leaned in and kissed my lips several times. I blushed. I turned over and gripped the quilt tightly. Be reasonable. Lin Yueshi turned off the light. He held my waist from behind. Don't be nervous, I won't touch you. You're holding me too tight. I'm afraid you'll be cold. Keeping you warm. I said, it's summer now. Keep what warm. The air conditioning is too cold. He said, moving his hand down. My body stiffened suddenly. Where are you touching? Stop it. I struggled in embarrassed anger. The years passed for Lin Yueshi. Time flew by. After graduating from university, Lin Yueshi became a renowned doctor. I became a lawyer. On our wedding day, Lin Yueshi wore a wedding dress. Stunningly beautiful. I leaned against my vanity table, smiling freely. Congratulations, Mrs. Chi. You got your wish. You've devoured me completely. I don't even want to mention how rogue you were that day. Lin Yueshi gave a mischievous smile. It's your turn to be proactive tonight. With the blessings of friends and family, we completed the wedding ceremony. Our married life was happy and fulfilling. Living a simple, everyday life. On the busy streets, I would bring flowers to pick up Lin Yueshi from work. After work, she would lie gently on my lap watching shows. I would dotingly feed her snacks. I thought life would always be this happy. In the third year of marriage, at 27, I couldn't escape a heart attack. The difference was, this time I wasn't afraid at all, because Lin Yueshi was my lead surgeon. When being pushed into the operating room, Lin Yueshi held my hand tightly. Trust me, you'll be fine. I nodded with a smile. I trust you. As expected, the surgery was a success. After being discharged, Lin Yueshi wouldn't let me do anything, wishing to look after me at all times. At night, I pulled Lin Yueshi onto my lap, gently blowing her hair dry. She snuggled in my arms, while I looked at the moon outside the window. The moonlight is so beautiful it feels surreal, like a dream. Lin Yueshi paused for a moment, said nothing. She held my waist, her cheeks flushed red, kissing my lips over and over. I turned off the light. I didn't touch her, but leaned down instead, carefully kissing her heart. That night, I kissed it again and again. Fortunately, she is still alive in this life. Her heart is still there. After countless times, I said, Lin Yueshi must always be safe. She rested in the crook of my arm, holding me tightly. Before falling into a deep sleep, I heard her say, silly. Lin Yueshi wants Gu Chen to live a long life. I don't know how long I slept. When I woke up, Lin Yueshi wasn't by my side. I stared blankly at the ceiling for a long time. I remembered. I had another dream of being back in high school. Lin Yueshi has been dead for 35 years. She died just when I realized she liked me. Died when I just started falling for her, full of guilt. Died when I wanted to make amends but was powerless. Thinking of her death, I lonely touched my heart, muttering over and over, I can't die. I can't die, her heart is still in me. But being awake was too painful, so I closed my eyes and slept for a long, long time. Overcome by regret and guilt, I constantly sought self-redemption in my dreams. Until the year I turned 72, I fell ill. I could no longer distinguish between dreams and reality. I saw Lin Yueshi standing by the Yellow Springs, standing on the platform, smiling at me. She still looked like she did at 27, staring at me affectionately. Gu Chen, long time no see. Side story, Gu Chen got married, but the person he married wasn't me. I'm really so envious. I came to his wedding in a wedding dress, not to crash the wedding. Gu Chen, I love you so much. How could I bear to make you unhappy? How I wished you could choose me. When I confirmed you really liked Lu Ruyan, I knew I should leave. Perhaps it was because of my family, or perhaps my personality. I decided to hide away, to stop seeing you, but to watch you secretly from afar. Gu Chen, look, it's snowing. I'm always cold when it snows every year, but this year, seeing you and her so happy, I don't feel cold anymore. Until 3 years later, your sudden heart failure. I really wanted to go in and see you then, but my attitude towards you was usually so bad. I was afraid my appearance would hurt you. Downstairs at the hospital, I ran into Lu Ruyan. I saw her running out of the hospital in a panic, realizing something was wrong. I called my bodyguards, told them to clean things up. Gu Chen, you know my methods. I know you love her, but I love you even more. I can pay any price for you, even my life. When I learned you needed a heart transplant, I went to your parents immediately, told them I was willing to transplant my heart into you. I have some good news for you. My heart is very healthy. It meets the transplant criteria. I put the money Lu Ruyan took and all my savings on a bank card, and told your parents to give it to you the moment you wake up, but they cannot tell you my name. I don't want you to be sad because of me. I'm really happy. We are finally together, just in a different way, but I'm still very satisfied. When I lay on the operating table, I knew that closing my eyes meant forever. Goodbye, Wu Chen. I hope you can choose me in the next life, and stop avoiding me. I don't know how much time passed. I opened my eyes in a daze. I saw you there. You were standing there, staring blankly. I knew this was all a dream, but I just didn't want to believe it. I saw you walking towards me, and you hugged me. You even argued with Lu Ruyan for me. Did you know? I was actually quite happy deep down. I only said, kiss me, jokingly, but when you actually kissed me, I realized you were back. So I sent you away on purpose, to face what was coming next by myself. I knew you must have known, but I still didn't want you to see. And this time, I'm going to fight back. I gave them a beating. When I saw you, I wasn't surprised. You gave me candy. You gave me a shoulder to lean on. When it was time to leave, I wished the dream would never end. The next day, I woke up early and excited. I went to the classroom. Unlike before, I chose medicine. You asked me why, but I just didn't want to say. I admit I'm very selfish. I don't want you to wake up. Unexpectedly, you chose law. I could only think of one reason. I giggled. I was overjoyed. Gu Chen, did you do it for me? And the meals in the living room were all made by you, right? Including the food in the fridge. I know everything, because I know you. We both got into our dream universities. Soon, we walked down the aisle. When I saw you standing before me in a black suit, maybe it's because too much time had passed. It felt so surreal. Yes, after all, it's a dream. But I'm very satisfied, and very happy, extremely happy. The time for your heart disease to relapse was coming. I worked overtime in advance to learn more medical knowledge. Don't worry, I'm here. You will be fine. Until that night, I noticed something wrong with you. I understood it was time for you to wake up. I knew this day would come eventually. I want to lie in your arms forever. I'm afraid I won't see you again once I wake up. I still feel reluctant to let go, but I don't have a heart anymore. Gu Chen, you are my heart. From now on, our hearts will beat as one, until death do us part.